Okay, so what month are we in? November. So November 2016. So here is a motion that was filed. So here is some update in regards to the Vixen workout lawsuit that I'm filing against Janet Jones and her company for fraud and defamation of character and slander. So they scammed me out of my money with their fraudulent business opportunity, their fraudulent instructor opportunity. They advertise one thing, it's completely different once you actually spend the money and you get involved. Not only did she scam me, but she's also scamming other people, as well as conning her licensed, independent, self-employed Vixen workout instructors into doing her dirty work by having them harass me, stalk me, and all other fun things. Ms. Janet Jones started a cyberbullying campaign against me and had all her hundreds and hundreds of thousands of Vixen Army followers and fans attack me, and spread lies and rumors that she started, all because she just did not want to refund me my money. And it's so sad because I wasn't asking for a whole lot when she did what she did to me back in February 2016. I was initially trying to at least get $2,000 back for my flight, hotel, rental car, and studio rentals when she terminated me 2 days before I'm scheduled to do a certification training with her all the way in Miami. Now, I live in New York City, so obviously, if you're going to terminate somebody 2 days before you're supposed to see them for a paid training event, you would think, let me at least reimburse this girl her travel expenses or something. So when she did that, I knew something fishy was going on because it didn't make sense. Like, we were literally getting on the plane the day she sent that email. So I knew something fishy was going on when she sent it 2 days before, because that doesn't even make any sense, especially when I didn't do anything wrong. But anyway, fast forward, here we are. I filed the lawsuit to get my money back for her fraudulent business. So her attorney filed a motion back in October to get the court case dismissed. He's saying for jurisdiction reasons, it should be dismissed. So we're going to break it down, and I'm going to show you not only is Vixen Workout and Janet Jones a liar, but here is evidence that they submitted a legal document to the court with fraudulent information. Now, if you can lie to the court and you can lie to the judge, all I know is how you do anything is how you do everything. So I want people to understand and stop pretending like they don't realize Janet Jones is lying, because she's saying one thing and then later on she says something else, and then her actions show something else. You know what I mean? So if she wants to continue paying for attorneys, that's her business. That's fine. But at the end of the day, I'm going to exercise my legal right to get my money back that I was wrongfully stolen from. And if you want to continue with your campaigning and slander and lies and harassment and terrorizing me by using and conning your certified Vixen instructors and telling them, hey, listen, if you don't do this, I'm going to terminate you. Because why else would these innocent people get so deeply involved in this simple dispute between myself and Janet Jones unless you was holding this certification over their head and threatening and bullying them into doing your dirty work so you can turn around and terminate them if they don't do so? Because why else would these people get involved? But anyway, here is the legal document that Janet Jones' attorney submitted to the court in October. This is a sworn statement. Now I'm going to break it down and we're going to show you how she's a liar, because she lied to the court, she lied to the judge, and it's either the attorney is lying for her, which he is kind of paid to do, or she is lying to the attorney about what's going on, which is even worse. She lied to her second attorney. Now, mind you, this is attorney number 3. She lied to the second attorney, and I filed a complaint against that attorney for fraudulent use of her law license and practice to make a false statement about me to fulfill a personal vendetta against me from her client. So basically, I filed a complaint against their second attorney, outlining the same lies that the third attorney is saying, and sent it to the Bar Association of South Florida. Now, obviously she's on attorney number 3, so we can just assume and speculate that that second attorney was like, no shade, but you ain't got no evidence on what you saying, and I'm not gonna risk my law license for you. Ain't that much money in the world. But anyway, here is the motion that the attorney sent. So it says, legal argument, the court must dismiss the complaint for lack of jurisdiction. A small claims court may only be brought against a defendant that resigns, has an office for the transaction of business or regular employment within the city of New York, New York City Civil Court Act, blah, 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 blah. Right? So again here, court lacks jurisdiction over the person who owns. Let's go to the other side. Building in New York because they do not live in New York City and does not have an office for a transaction of business in New York City. Vixen is a Florida LLC. It does not reside, has an office for a transaction of business or regular employment anywhere within the city of New York. Because the defendant neither resides nor has an office of regular employment in New York City, an action may not be maintained against it in small claims court. So blah, 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 blah. Right? So, in other words, what they're trying to argue that Vixen Workout is only operational in Miami or in Florida. Let's say the state of Florida. They do not hold a regular business in New York City. They do not have a place of transactions in New York City, so a lawsuit cannot be filed against them in New York City. Now, I'm sorry. I just got to throw my 2 cents in this. If I was an attorney and a company asked me to, represent them in court, the first thing I'm going to do is research the company, right or right. I'm going to go to the company's website, look at their advertising campaign, ask the client questions. So let's assume that the attorney did this. Now, based on this amendment he filed, he is going under the assumption, based on the information he received from his client, Janet Jones of Vixen Workout, that they don't have a location in New York City. They don't do business in New York City. They only operate in Florida. Because why else would he write this sworn statement and sign it saying, hey, this is what it is. Now, let me go to my computer. Let's do the math. You see the website, vixenworkout.com? So here's the site. Yay. And I'm going to talk about this one in a minute because she got a new location. Yeah, I would have got a new location too, renting my own space if I was being evicted from everywhere else. Because you're getting caught in your lies. But that's another video. So let's go to info. Right? Hold on. Now we're going to scroll down. What's that? I see 3 locations listed for Vixen Workout. New York, Ripley Grid Studio. New York, Pearl Studios. New York, Chelsea Studios. Now, if you know any of those people that operate at these locations or work there or own it, maybe you should send them this link and let them know, like, you're dealing with somebody who's trying to con you and con people, because she's spreading these lies and she lied to the court. And how you do anything is how you do everything. Now, I'm sorry. This is right on their website. And yet, the attorney still submitted that sworn statement saying, hey, they don't operate in New York City. Now, let's go a little bit further. Now, here is their social media page, the Instagram account. What does that say? Vixen Workout, New York City. Vixen Workout, New York, the hottest hip-hop cardio workout made in Miami and now conquering New York City. OMG, are you kidding me? So you can see they have a location in New York City. So why would you submit a motion to the court and lie to the court in a sworn statement saying, hey, we don't operate in New York City, we don't have a business? Who lies to the court? No, when you're a con artist and you scamming people like Janet Jones did to me, yeah, you will lie to the court because you don't want to get caught in your lie. which is what's going on. I'm glad I've screenshotted my evidence before they deleted stuff. But anyway, you plain as Jane, New York City, bada bing, bada boom. So here's the flip side. Janet Jones' attorney can get in trouble for this, or pretty much somebody could file a complaint against him for submitting fraudulent information to the court. This is crazy. But anyway, la. Even in their regular page, they admit they do locations in New York City. So at the end of the day, it's so sad that you have to lie just so you can what? Cover your behind, because you getting caught in all the lies that you started in February. You could have either did one or two things: gave me my money, or refund me back the money you stole from me, or you could have just not spread lies and you wouldn't have been in this pickle. But anyway, I just wanted to share that. I'm trying to see which one on this main page showed New York, but anyway, as you can see, they operate in New York City. And it's so sad. But anyway, that's the update in regards to the lawsuit. Oh yeah, and by the way, the motion got dismissed. So the judge was like, unless you got evidence proven. Oh yeah, let me share this one fact. So when the attorney was like, hey, they don't operate in New York City, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, all right, they don't. So I pulled out a receipt and an email flyer that had the New York City address on it. You know what the attorney did? The attorney was like, let me see. And I wasn't going to give it to him at first, but the judge was like, can he see? And I was like, you know what? Sure, because I got nothing to hide. I had all my evidence. I'm ready to go. So I showed him the evidence that I showed to the judge to prove that they have a location in New York City and they do business at. And the attorney had to look over it. Now, he got on his phone and started sending a text message. I was assuming he sent the text to Janet and be like, you have a location in New York City? So either he truly did not know, based on that reaction, that he had to look at my evidence that discredited what the heck he was saying. Which goes back to Janet Jones is a liar. Like, how you lying to the judge you don't got a location in New York City? How you gonna lie to your attorney that you don't have a location in New York City? And then you gonna lie to your licensed Vixen instructors and your fans and family members about the BS that you saying about me. And it's funny, this little girl's like, oh, she didn't have permission to use that social media name, but she forgot. She sent me a DM in that social media page. Oh my gosh! And I have a copy of it, and I'm throwing it on blast. So now watch her change her story. Be like, what? Oh my God! Now she may believe me, she may not. You may think, oh, I'm BSing. That's fine. I could care less. At the end of the day, she sent me a DM on that social media page that I had. And for those instructors, y'all know what page I had. And she ain't saying nothing about take the page down, change the name, nor nothing. And because I'm a document hoarder, I'm like OCD when it comes to information. I keep records of everything because I run the business. So I keep records of every single little thing. And I'm glad and I'm blessed by God that I'm that way. Because at the end of the day, had I not screenshotted that message she sent me, I wouldn't have the evidence to prove I had permission to use that page. Boom. So, like I said, I don't know why Miss Janet Jones, basically, I know why. She's in denial that she's in the wrong and she's trying to avoid it. Even on the Dr. Phil show, Dr. Phil was like, you could be in denial all you want, but you in the battle. Because she tried to play it off like, oh, I'm not in the battle. And that crap was like hilarious. But anyway, to y'all investors of Vixen Workout, Mr. Alex Perez and Nelson Mohana, however way you pronounce your name, listen. Stop playing these games. Janet Jones is a liability. Stop letting her drag this out. Because she's just embarrassing herself. You're going to say I didn't have permission to use that social media page. But you sliding in my DM on that social media page. Like, hey girl, how you doing? Yes. And your moms did the same thing. And I got proof of that one. So cut the crap. It's all good. She could continue to be in denial. At the end of the day, I'm going to get my judgment. And it's going to be sad because now I got to call some of these licensed Vixen instructors to come testify, on the crap that Janet Jones was saying, because y'all believe her. So if you believe her, you have no problem coming to court and testifying on everything Janet Jones told you about this situation. OMG, I'm so excited. But anyway, like I tell people, I mind my business. I keep to myself. I don't get in people's noses. I don't get in drama. I keep it pushing. But the minute you disrespect me, the minute you mess with my family, the minute you mess with my money, I'm not going to sit there and stand for it. Like I said, I stand up to bullies. And Janet Jones is trying to bully me out my money. She's trying to bully her licensed instructors into helping her with this case by doing her dirty work. She's trying to con them into participating in a cyberbullying campaign, you know, with this mob mentality to harass me and whatnot. And it's backfiring. And if you notice, they have a new location. The reason they got a new location opening in January is because the studios that they rent out of are evicting them. If you notice on their website, I don't know if y'all, whoever been a fan the longest, if you look, you'll see, like, hold on. They have more locations in Florida. Yes, because they remember the lies Janet Jones told them in February, March, and April. And now here we are. They seen the Dr. Phil show. They see her story change. And they saw how she conducted herself very unprofessional and tacky and petty on national TV, calling me all out my name. Because I didn't call her out her name when I did the interview. You know, I was just sharing what the heck happened. She's trying to discredit me and say all this crazy stuff. But that's another video. But either way, they saw the Dr. Phil show. They saw her story was changing September, October, and November. So they decided, you know what, I want nothing to do with you because your story is flip-flopping. She's a flip-flopper, and I'm going to call you out on your flip-flopping ways. And for those that want to become a Vixen workout instructors or currently a Vixen workout instructor and paying $300 for the certification, as well as $500 at the end of the year because you got to pay for the license again, plus $25 a month to keep it active. Listen, all I can say is do your homework, listen to your gut. Don't get caught up in the BS. Don't get caught up in the hype. If you're trying to get in this to make your paper, but understand, if you have ambition, you have the skill set to make a lot of bread with this, she's going to shut you down like she tried to do with me, because it has nothing to do with me breaking all the rules. Like, she failed to realize she had no rules in place at the beginning. And I have proof of that. OMG. It's like, why are you still lying? But she's in denial. It's all good. Thank you. Have a blessed day.